This is a special presentation of the Sim Racing Channel. Real racing virtually.
Welcome aboard.
What? All right, let's try that again. What's going on, guys? Hey, Repeat back with you for another Monday night zone. I'm doing pretty good, man. Feeling really excited about this race. This race marks 4 years that I've been broadcasting between Xbox and iRacing. And man, tonight is going to be a boatload of fun. Talking about 250 laps around Bristol Motor Speedway, the last great Coliseum, Thunder Valley, whatever you want to call it. All brought to you by the Sim Racing Channel on Roku TV. And man, I come bearing gifts. 2 tickets to the Talladega Xfinity race on October the 1st, a 1-year subscription to the Sim Racing Channel on Roku TV, as well as several 164 diecasts that I'll be giving away at various points throughout the race. Hope y'all are in for one hell of a show, because that is exactly what it's going to be. Welcome, welcome, welcome aboard one more time from Thunder Valley. So yeah, again, this is the Sim Racing Channel, and this is the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series live from Bristol. 250 laps around this half-mile concrete canyon that so many love to race around, whether it's in officials or during league or community nights, clubs, whatever it is. Tonight we got about 33 cars that are going to fill this Coliseum, and each and every one of these gladiators going to come out to do a boatload of battle with the least amount of damage as possible. You're going to see some heavily damaged, you're going to see others not so much, but at the end of the night, it's going to be all about the guy or girl that was able to minimize the mistakes, keep the rear end digging, keep the front end pointed in the right direction, and they will end up in victory lane, no doubt. Of course, as most know, short track racing around Bristol or Martinsville, Richmond, there's no draft doesn't come into play. So if you got a beat up car, you can do everything that you need to do, and they're all going to kick it off right now. We're going to catch up with some of these guys and gals during qualifying. Let's bring it down a little bit closer, zoom in on some of these guys and girls one more time, and see exactly what they've got in store for us. Or are most people just going to kind of lay back a little bit? How about right now we catch up with the 31 of Jimmy Cocker in this number 31 Virginia Tech machine. Let's go ahead and bring up your scoring pylon so you know exactly where each and every person is and how they qualify. Look at Jimmy Cocker in his number 31 Virginia Tech. Looks like Chevy Camaro, keeping it high, wide, and handsome. That is where you carry the most momentum. So far, he's going to be at the top of the boards. Not many people have completed their first or second lap. Looks like the 68 of Tom Harmon is able to bump the 31 from the top spot. 31, though, still sitting P2 with O'Leary, Falliker, Mon, Bethal, and Castroneves. Going to be your top 7. Speaking of Castroneves, how about this number 06 swimwear Ford Mustang GT? Definitely no F-150s out here tonight. How about we catch up with the 8, this Mountain Dew throwback machine to Darrell Waltrip and Dale Jr. For Tom Flitcroft. This will be his warm-up lap as he looks like he's getting a little loose, breaking it so he doesn't knock down that inside wall, and he should be able to reset if he hasn't started his first lap. Let's go back and check with Tyler Dohar in his 77 Elite Performance Filter Time Camaro. Tyler Dohar, this is his warm-up lap as he comes across the start stripe. So this is his first time lap. Down the backstretch, set the brakes, set the front end, get back on the throttle as soon as you feel the grip, come across the start stripe, and in lap number 1, Tyler Dohar is going to go P number 10. Does he have any in the bank for lap 2? Let's find out. Coming off 4, keeping it off the walls, across the sideways, across the line sideways, going to stay P10. How about Brendan Book here in this number 42 McConey setup shop? Looks like Camaro also. This is Brendan's first time lap, or his warm-up lap, I should say. Again, keeping it high, wide, and handsome. Coming off turns 3 and 4. Across the start stripe, got a very good launch there. Let's see, so far, P14 for Brendan Book. Let's see if it's any better on his second lap. You would think that it might be because the line is going to be just a little bit better. Nope, nothing doing. So how about we catch up with Jordan McGraw here in this number 34. His first time lap was 19th. And looks like he's going to move up to P17. Looks like the 50 of John Honeycutt, he is all said and done. How about we catch up with the 23 of Jose Ruiz in this Jordan brand Toyota Camry. Cross the stripe. This is his first lap. Off the corner, very, very hard on the throttle. And Jose Ruiz looks like he's going to jump to 15th, but it doesn't look like he is done just yet. He's going to come down the backstretch, head into turns 3 and 4, maybe hope that a little bit of heat got built up in those tires. Go for all it's worth. Second lap says 14th for Jose Ruiz. How about Micah Allard back here in this Allard Racing number 61 Camaro? Going to try to keep it off the wall. This is his first time lap, so that little bit of rub on the wall is going to scrub just a little bit of momentum. But let's see how he does here under his time lap. Little loose, up into the wall, and not going to be able to salvage anything whatsoever for that lap. All right, so it looks like that is all that's on track right now. Still to qualify if they choose to. Going to be Charles Kramer, Rob Newman, Evan Knopp, Tom Torrey, Chuck Cody, Francis Hamilton, Jacob Palmer, Byron Jones, Ryan Crooks, and Brian Pizzichemi. One of the most notable that we didn't actually get a chance to follow along with is going to be the 69 of James Holtzer. You see him there in the scoring pylon. Right now, P number 3. Tom Harmon also right now has that pole. We'll see if he's actually able to hold it. Looks like qualifying is complete. So now we got a 2.5 minute, or I'm sorry, just about 3 minute warm-up lap to go. I definitely see a Rock NASCAR out there in chat saying hello to the booth and best of luck to all the drivers tonight. Zone says with everyone within 2 seconds of each other, looks like we're in for quite a tight battle. Zone, you're not kidding. T, good to see you out there. Thanks for coming out. Definitely appreciate it. White Walker, Swats, you are absolutely more than welcome to come on over. Join me in the booth. Normally, we're competing against each other. You're carrying the HTL League, which is now finished. And I've been here with these Shake and Bake Cup Series drivers Bud, you're absolutely more than welcome to join me. If you need an invite to the Discord, please, by all means, let me know. Let's bring it on down just a wee bit. Let's check in with Matt O'Brien and some of these other guys. James Holtzer right now looks like he's leading the pack. Let's join in with him in his number 69 EMGG Camaro. And as you can see, that ribbon across that contingency across the top, you see the gold with the purple, meaning he is still a top 8 playoff driver. And this guy has been very, very hard to beat all season long. He's got like 7 wins on the season and been doing really, really well. So we'll have to see how he finishes and if he can keep going as he's been. Holtzer's biggest enemy has actually been a blinking issue that he's had. Right now, so far, it looks like it's all good. It's all stable. No issues whatsoever. White Walker says, would love to out with a friend for Sarah's, friend of Sarah's right now. There we go. 3 women, 4 kids, and you. So you are outvoted, buddy. You got to do whatever they say. All right, looks like 69 is done. Maybe have a little bit of a broken toe link as you see some sparks coming out of the back of that machine. P2, Tom Harmon and his Avril Lavigne 68 machine. 20! Gonna completely throw it underneath them. And guys, this is just the heat race. Or the warm-up race. There we go. To what we're about to see. Less than 20 seconds to go. Let's actually show you right quick what these guys look like in practice before we come on out for the actual gridding. Let's clear that all out and show you what they look like. So there you go. Matt O'Brien in that number 20 Cloud9 machine. He was fastest. Tom Harmon, Hunter Johnson, Jimmy Cocker, and PJ O'Leary were your top 5. Dohar, Book, Flickcroft, Holtzer, and DeWalt rounded out your top 10. All right, let's go ahead and clear that again because we are about to go green flag racing. Let's go ahead and bring up your grid for 250 laps around Bristol Motor Speedway. So again, Tom Harmon in that Avril Lavigne machine. He is going to be first. Looks like Matt O'Brien to his outside. James Holtzer and Tom Flickcroft's going to round out row number 2. Row 3, Hunter Johnson and Jimmy Cocker with Mike DeWalt and PJ O'Leary. Then we've got Brody Falliker and Andrew Sanford, Tyler Dohar and Nate Mon going back through row number 6. Row 7 is going to be John Osborne and Jose Ruiz in that 23 Jordan brand machine. Eliza Bethal, Team FTR with Brendan Book for P16. P17 is going to be John Honeycutt and the 34 of Jordan McGraw for row number 9. Row 10 is going to be Ryan McCall and Dylan Robb. Dudes Castroneves, that's right, the nephew of famed driver Helio Castroneves with Philip Bridgman to his outside. Then we got Evan Knopp and Micah Allard, Ryan Crooks and Francis Hamilton for row 13. Row 14 is going to be Byron Jones in that number 3, Brian Pizzicemi for P28. P29, Charles Kramer, and to round out your 15th row is going to be Chuck Cody. Last but not least, we're talking about Tom Torrey, Jacob Palmer, and Rob Newman. 33 cars adorning this track, and it is going to be one hell of a fight all the way to the checkers. No stage breaks in this thing, 250 laps, all on that loud pedal. Let's see who gets it done. All right, let's go ahead and bring back your scoring pylon. Let's go ahead and bring back your track map so you can keep tabs on where all these guys and girls are all night long. Looks like the lights atop the pace car are out. So let's go ahead and widen this out just a little bit so we see what's going on. Watch that pace car come off pit road here in just a little bit. Look at this field all under the Bristol Motor Speedway lights. It's gonna be fun, ladies and gents. Absolutely. Let's see if Castroneves can do it for Uncle Helio. I tell you what, Castroneves did very, very well in the Shake and Bake iRacing Indy Series that we had not too long ago. Let's go. Looks like that 68 of Tom Harmon able to get one hell of a jump. The 20 that started P2 on the high side, still right there. Looks like James Holtzer right now able to solidify his third place position on that bottom line. What do y'all think out there in chat? What is the under-over on cautions, and what do y'all have as the under-over for cars left on the lead lap? It won't be very long before the leader starts to see the tail end of the field right in his windshield. And then the real fight begins, navigating lap traffic, all the while trying to keep people behind you as we see the 20 go around the outside of the 68 of Tom Harmon to take that lead a lap, grab a point, which as we go straight into these 250 laps, this is the first race in the round of 8. A lot of fun. Yeah, White Walker, no stages, straight 250 laps. So looks like top 4, a little bit of a gap. That's going to be Matt O'Brien, James Holtzer, Tom Harmon, and Hunter Johnson right here, kind of somewhat nose to tail, as James Holtzer is going to go ahead and try to dig low, move underneath the 20. 20's going to go ahead and run it on the high side, slam it on down right in front of the 69, and then keep Holtzer at bay. Looks like caution number 1 is out. John Honeycutt's going to have something to do with this, so we're going to dive on back here as we're working lap 7, about to be lap 8. There we go, as they come across the line. And John Honeycutt's going to have a little bit of an issue a little bit further in the back. Let's see if we can find out what happened, as he just fell 15 spots from 17th back to 32nd. Ouch. All right, so let's see. Let's find old Mr. Honeycutt and switch up the cam just a little bit. Let's go back to the great chase mode, find out what happened with this Melody Woodworks number 50. So you see him right there, no real traffic, nothing doing. Oh, just a little loose under throttle. Went down, slightly tagged the inside wall with the back end. Don't see any real damage, but the reason that he dropped all the way back, not only trying to get back up on track, but everybody had to get on by before he could pull back up. So great job by Honeycutt for locking it down, not coming back up on the track. Now, Bristol Motor Speedway is definitely well known for being what's called a self-cleaning track. Something happens up high, it's going to end up on the bottom. So normally if you see a wreck here, you want to aim high because the cars will slide down the banking, and you'll have a better chance of not getting collected. Let's go ahead and bring it back live again. All right, so our leader right now is going to be the 20, Matt O'Brien. And looks like the lights atop the car are on. Let's go ahead and take a different look at this car here right quick. Full field all the way behind him. Lights top to pace car just blinked out. I was going to see about maybe trying to pull Matt up into the booth right quick, see what he's got, and if he can keep some of these really, really fast cars behind him, we'll have to see. We're going to go ahead and bring it back to Barney here in just a little bit. But look at this field from the chopper. Look at the stands. What a great view from the Sim Racing Channel chopper high above Bristol Motor Speedway. All right, he's going to go ahead and pull it off, go down pit road. Let's go racing one more time. Looks like the 20, as always, able to get just a little bit of an advantage because he's going to be the first on the loud pedal. where everybody else kind of has to wait and see what he does. And when he goes a little bit further back, you see Andrew Sanford and a couple others really trying to battle it out. There's the 37 right behind him. You see the 31 and the 1. The 1's going to be Brody Falliker. Had a great finish last week. And here is the 77 of Tyler Dorr. 1 almost got a little loose, but able to save it. But look at the 7 trying to dig underneath. Caution number 2 is out. Looks like caution number 2 is going to have something to do with Jacob Palmer. Let's not wait so long this time. Let's see if we can go back, find out what happened with Palmer, and maybe talk to the 69 of Holtzer, as it looks like he just took the lead. All right, let's go ahead and play it from here. 39 in that Mustang GT up high. Going to come across the nose of the 28 of Pizzichemi. You see him trying to lock it down. Did not come back up on track. Definitely got a lot of damage to that Mustang GT. And he'll have to get up and get going as quickly as he can. That is one thing about Bristol. You can be lapped here very, very quickly. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back up to Holtzer. Go ahead and bring it back live. And see if maybe we can't have a quick word with our points leader. Mr. Holtzer, it's your favorite neighborhood broadcaster, but I tell you what, you, the 20, the 68, and a few others looking really, really strong tonight. You just got on by the 20 just as the yellow flew. We know you're strong in the long runs. Do you have the short run speed if these cautions continue to fly?
Yeah, pretty confident, Pete, in our short run speed in this car. Made a lot of laps here over the official weeks with the C truck. That was our first week at Reaper, so it was really putting a lot of work in on perfecting the setup. So probably turned about 2,500 laps over the official week here. So definitely got our practice in. Not in this car though, and it drives different than all of them. So did a practice the other night, and you were in there, and this car handles completely different. Yep. Had no practice, so put on a really good lap and didn't think it was a good lap at all, and started third. Was pretty happy with that, and just wanted the clean air, so I pushed a little hard there to get around Matt. Knew he was driving a little easy, just wanted the clean air, and just going to try to ride. This is a long race. Definitely want to keep all the corners on the car. As you can see there with Hunter, he spun the tires and broke a toe link. So got to be really careful and just try to, it's going to be a race of attrition. Just make it to the end.
All right, Holtzer, I'm going to ask you to help me with my very first diecast giveaway. Who is your favorite Hendrick driver?
My favorite Hendrick driver? If I have to pick anybody out of the Hendrick stable, I'm a Kyle Larson fan. So.
Kyle Larson, all right. Well, Holtzer just picked the very first diecast, 164 that is, that we are going to give away. Holtzer, thank you very much for your help. Good luck. Go get them. And I know that we'll be seeing you throughout the night.
Yep. Thank you, Pete.
You got it, buddy. All right, so let's go ahead and get Holtzer back down to C Motorsports, I believe, and so they can continue to talk strategy and whatever else they need to talk about amongst themselves. All right, so as you just heard, Holtzer picked Kyle Larson as his favorite Hendrick Motorsports driver, so I will be very soon be giving away this Kyle Larson diecast over on Twitter, or I'm actually going to go to Twitter, I should say, and find all those that followed along with that tweet, as well as the tickets I'll be giving away a little bit later on, and the 1-year subscription to Roku TV through the Sim Racing channel. All right, lights, top, the pace car are out. Barney's got the flag well in hand. He's got the field coming to him. Let's go racing. Holtzer with the advantage, getting on the throttle pedal first. He is going to have a nice little, half a second advantage back to the 20 of Pizzichemi, 68 of Tom Harmon. And there you see Tom Flitcroft in this number 8 Mountain Dew machine. And then how about Jimmy Cocker so far up one spot from where he qualified? Long train to coming around the bottom. High side carries the most momentum. So we'll have to see if that serves a lot, as the night goes on, or if they forget their braking points going up and smash that outside wall. Hopefully not, though. You can no longer see Holtzer in this shot. The guy has just cruised away. It was just a half a second a couple laps ago. Now he is up to 2.5 seconds or 2.1 seconds over Matt O'Brien in that 20. So Holtzer, again, as the saying goes, doing Holtzer things. Let's see if we can find his teammate a little bit further back. Talking about Ryan Crooks, caution number 3 is flying. Looks like this is going to have something to do with Byron Jones and Evan Knopp in the back, unfortunately. Very, very unfortunate. I know Holtzer did not want to see that. He was cruising. All right, let's see if we can pick up with Byron Jones right now. Find out what happened. There you see him on the inside. The 10 to his outside. That number... Oh, he got just tagged on his right rear. Sent hard up into the outside wall. Few people able to get on by him. Great job for locking that thing down. And just unfortunate that the 10 came on up just a little bit. Or came on down just a little bit. Clipped Byron and sent him into the outside wall. So, all these cars do have one fast repair, so they'll be able to come on down pit road, get that thing fixed up, hopefully as good as new. Now, I got to ask you, chat, what do you do in such a huge field on this 1/2 mile concrete oval? Do you stay in the back till it's time to go and hope that nothing happens? Or do you, try to just go all out and do what you got to do? All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right, for the first car that we're giving away, it looks like it's going to come up as survey says. BK Doug, if you are out there in chat, come on over, send me a message, and then send me a DM on Twitter with your mailing address, and I will get this Kyle Larson car out to you as soon as I possibly can. I still have a number 4 Kevin Harvick Hunt Brothers machine that I got Maze, that I've got to get out, and I promise I will be doing that in the very near future, and get that to you. But yeah, Doug, if you're out there, send me a message, then send me a message on Twitter. That way I know you're there to claim this number 5 HendrickCars.com Kyle Larson 164 machine. All right, so caution number 3 is in the air. Pace lights on the car are still on. Holtzer still leading. Looks like Matt O'Brien, Tom Harmon, Tom Flitcroft, and Jimmy Cocker still your top 5. Only Matt O'Brien and Tom Flitcroft are in the original positions that they were in. So within the first 30 laps, give or take, not counting the caution laps, he's been able to, they've been able to hold position. The same thing with the 14th place driver, the 23 of Jose Ruiz back here in this Jordan brand Toyota. I need a pen to write with, and I don't have one. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back to Barney right now. He should see these cars coming to him in just a moment, as he's going to go ahead and make that left turn towards Albuquerque. Come on down pit road. The cars are all there. Let's go. BK checking in, says thank you, repeat. BK, you are absolutely welcome. Thanks all the time for coming out, hanging out, chatting it up, and keeping me and everybody else out there in chat company as often as you do. It is absolutely appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you again. Guys and girls, I've got 6 more of those cars to give away before we get into the big stuff. And again, the big stuff we're talking about is a 1-year subscription to the Sim Racing channel on Roku TV. And then, yes, 2 tickets, count them, 1, 2 tickets to the Talladega Xfinity race on October the 1st. So if you can make it to Talladega in kind of somewhat short notice, talking about, yeah, next week, man, I hope these tickets can come your way. Again, 2 tickets. So if I call your name and you can have your missus, your significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend, mother, father, brother, sister, cousin, I don't care. If you and somebody else can make it to Dega next week, you could be hanging out in the stands, or maybe in that famed infield that Talladega is so well known for a great Xfinity race. Let's kind of, I'll tell you what, since we're working lap 40 now, we still have 210 laps to go. Let's go ahead and take you through the field. We kind of reintroduce you to everybody with such a racked and stacked field here in the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series, live from Bristol Motor Speedway. All right, let's go ahead and bring up those credentials. As always, we'll start off with our leader talking about James Holtzer from the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, rocking this number 69 EMGG Camaro. As always, caution number 4 is in the air. We'll put a hold on that. Looks like this is going to have something to do with Tom Torrey and Byron Jones for the 2nd time. How unfortunate. All right, let's go back with Tom Torrey, since the first notification came up for him. Find out what happened. All right, so there you see that that number 40, Byron, up by the outside. Looked like he had a head of steam and a whole lot of momentum. Let's actually go back with Byron Jones's view and see what happened with him. Just going for the same real estate, unfortunately. It looks like that also caught, I should say, the 16 of Dylan Robb, just a little unawares. So Byron had a whole run on the high side, 40 nowhere to go, fighting for the same real estate. That is one thing about that high side. You can get back in the throttle and carry a lot of momentum in a very short amount of time. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right, so let's see if we can get a hold of Tom Flitcroft here. Actually, bear with me 1 second. Okay, you know the saying that that goes, you never need a pen when you need one, and you can find them all over the place when you don't need them. Well, that's kind of flipped on me this time. I went looking for a pen right quick to write BK Doug's name on this Kyle Larson car, and I found a pen that actually works. How about that? All right, so let's check in. It's been another couple cautions. Let's see if we can check in with the 8 car and see if we can't give one more away. Where is old Mr. Flitcroft? There he is. Tom Flitcroft, it is your your favorite broadcaster. Bud, you're looking pretty good in that Mountain Dew machine. How you feeling about your competition so far? Can you keep it somewhat up front for the night?
Yeah, hey, favorite, and why not? You're famous too, man. You're well known around the community. But yeah, James is a lot faster than me. I'm just kind of ticked tickled to death to be in the spot. So we'll see how long we can hang on. But the old Chevy's doing pretty good here, and we'll see what we can get.
Tom, I got a question for you, buddy. If it came to Chase Elliott, Byron Jones, Ryan Blaney, Alex Bowman, or Christopher Bell to win the championship next season, all right, not this season, next season, who do you think it would be?
Oh man, I mean Bell's been pretty good here. He's been on the rise, and he was pretty good in the Xfinity series. So I think I'm gonna have to go with Christopher Bell.
All right, well, buddy, thank you very much. You just chose the next diecast that I will be giving away live right here tonight. Thank you very much. Go get them, sir. And you know I'm always a fan. Your parents out there in chat, of course, always rooting you on as well. It's all you, sir. Go get them. I'll get you back down to your C Motorsports teammates.
Hell yeah.
There you go. All right, green flag back out. We are hard back on that throttle. Let's go. All right, couple more laps completed. Let's see if we can keep going through the field. And once that's done, I will have winner number 2 for the night. And yes, Swats, I did mean William Byron, not Byron Jones. I tell you. But yeah, that is what it is. All right, so we talked about Holtzer just a little bit ago. How about old Brendan Book here from Sterling Heights, Michigan, on board? Let's actually go on board just a little bit closer to him in this McConey setup shop, number 42. How about Tom Harmon next in this Avril Lavigne machine, on board with him? Brody Falker back here in this number 1 Hennessy Performance machine. He's absolutely been stepping it up. What a great ride here as of late. Nate Mon back here in this Double Do Sun Drop machine with Micah Allard in his number 61 Allard Racing. Looks like Chevy Camaro. Jimmy Cocker down one spot from where he qualified in this number 31 Virginia Tech. Looks like Camaro also. Again, he's the one that kicked the whole inaugural season off with a win from Daytona. Tyler Dohart back here from the great state of Ohio, Walbridge, that is, in this number 77 Elite Performance Industries Filter Time Camaro. Matt O'Brien in this Cloud 9 number 9 from Sterling Heights, Michigan. This guy is the regular season champ, trying to lock it down here, as you can still see those contingencies going across his windshield. Behind him, Matt McCall from Bear, Delaware. This is the number 30 Shaboom, one of the alternate sponsors for the season as well. Definitely thank him. Eliza Bethal, or Tom Flitcroft rather, there's a battle back here. Tom again from up New York State way. Eliza Bethal in her team FTR number 64, also an Ohio Buckeye. John Honeycutt back here, big battle between him and this Melody Woodworks machine out of Orlando, Florida, and the 54 machine from Mike DeWalt. That just a little bit of side-by-side action. PJ O'Leary right behind him. And I'll tell you what, I love the clean look of this number 24 from Hendersonville, Tennessee, as they make a little bit of contact. Can he keep it on the bottom, not wash back up? Yes, he did. Everybody else behind him did a great job at avoiding him. Now I just got to try to find my spot. There's Honeycutt. DeWalt. How about Andrew Sanford in this number 37 from San Diego, California. Jose Ruiz, also from California, but just a little bit different. Sacramento. Caution's out. 5th caution of the night. And it looks like Jacob Palmer is going to be a person of interest in this one. So I need to find the Christopher Bell diecast. There it is. And we'll also go back and find out what happened with Jacob Palmer. All right, so there is that 39. Looks like, oh, I thought for a second he might have had a little bit of help on the back bumper, and in fact he did. 33. No bueno right there. None whatsoever. So Jacob Palmer from Naples, Florida. Hey, if I'm going to get his information in there, I'm going to do it one way or another, right? But very unfortunate. No retribution. Just come on back. There you go. All right, so 39 Soda's machine. Let's see if we can actually take a Alabama. There we go. It's going to be the Strip It Naked Alabama soda and abrasive blasting. There we go. Strip It Naked. That's right. Get all the paint off that bad boy. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right, so James Holtzer, he's actually going to go ahead and bring him on down pit road. Let's actually go on down pit road ourselves. And, okay, looks like most cars are using the alternate pit road. There you see most of them. But it looks like everybody went on down pit road. BK Dog, yes, sir, I definitely got your message. Thank you very much, sir. And, yes, I will be getting your diecast out in the very near future. Thank you, thank you, thank you again. All right, now for the second diecast I'm giving away. This is the number 20 Christopher Bell DeWalt car, much like what you see with that 54 out there. Let's see who we got this time. Lizzie-Beth. How about Lizzie-Beth? Is there a Lizzie-Beth out there in chat? If there is, please go on over, send me a message on Twitter, or you can send me a whisper right here on Twitch. Just go on over, let me know that you're there, and we will get this number 20 DeWalt Christopher Bell 164 diecast out to you, again, as quickly as possible. Number 20 Toyota machine. So, Elizabeth, if you're out there, please just send me a message, say something in chat, so I know you're there, and we can get this en route to you very, very soon. All right, let's go on back up and catch up with Tom Harmon as our leader. So it looks like Tom Harmon and Jose Ruiz, first and second, they decided not to go on down pit road. And they are going to go ahead and lead the field. Stratus, what's happening, sir? Good to see you out there. All right, pace car is going to go ahead and duck in. Green flag's in the air. Again, let's go. Lap number 67 well underway. '68 with a huge jump on those older tires. Caution's out. Caution number 6. And so far, Lizzie has not sent a message saying that she's out here in chat. So we're going to have to see what happens. But I'm going to put that to the side just in case she sent me a message on Twitter and I just haven't seen it yet. It looks like I am up to date on all my shots. I mean, all my Twitter messages. And, yeah, see what we can find. Quiet out there with the 12 bits. Quiet, thank you very much. Absolutely appreciate you. All right, let's go ahead and clear the boards here. Actually, no, we wanted to see what happened with this caution, right? We didn't go back and take a look. Looks like Rob Newman, Hunter Johnson, a couple others going to have something to do with this. Let's go up to the first car that showed some kind of an issue with this and replay it with them in just a moment. All right, yeah, let's actually go back with Hunter Johnson. So let's again switch it on over, find out what happened. Nope, this is going to be just a little bit later. How about Newman? Nope. All right, let's try this the old-fashioned way. All right, come on, let's go. Okay, so that's the last one. All right, let's stop that. So, unfortunately, not going to be able to grab that one. All right. So now Tom Harmon's leading. Third verse, same as the first. Tom Harmon is down there in Output Racing. I'm going to go ahead and mark on this one right quick. Talking about Lizzie. Lizzie-beth. All right, so Lizzie-beth. All right, let's see if we can't get a quick word with old Tom Harmon. Mr. Harmon, you got Avril Lavigne looking pretty angry. She's got a big old fist in the air at your closest competition being you and Jose Ruiz that stayed out last time when the caution flew. But I got a question for you.
What's up?
All right, so we're talking about Ryan Blaney, William Byron, the 48, and the 9. Who is your top driver in the standings at the end of this year?
Oh, Lord, I don't know. Kyle's normally my guy, but he's obviously out of it. Push, that is.
Yep.
But I say Larson's probably going to be my pick.
But I'm sorry, between the 9, the 24, the 48, and the 12.
Gotcha, sorry.
That's okay.
You know what? I'll go with the underdog. I'll go with Bowman.
Bowman, the showman. All right. So what you just did for me, sir, thank you very much for your willing cooperation. You just picked the next diecast that I will be giving away live on stream. Thank you very much. But you know I'm a fan. You got the 23 to your outside. Barney's got the green flag, about to be waving it. I'll get you back with your teammates. Go get him, sir.
Thanks, sir.
You got it. So let's get Tom Harmon back to Output Racing. Let's go. Yellow is out, man. I didn't have enough time to even go through. That's all right. That is all right, though. So the 68 able to hold it up there right now. Looks like Tom Torrey able to take over P number 2. Micah Allard, Brendan Book, and James Holtzer going to be your top 5. And looks like they're going to come on down, try to dodge the 8 as he washes down track. Even if he was holding the brake, he's still going to slide on down. Again, a self-cleaning track. So it looks like this one's going to have something to do with Kramer, Flickcroft, Dylan Robb, and Jacob Palmer. Again, unfortunately. Let's find out what happened with Tom Flickcroft. There you see Tom on the bottom side, 10 to his outside, 10 and the 8 kind of tangling. That's going to be car number 2 that the 10's going to have something to do with, and then the 8 gets tagged in his left rear. Nowhere at all for Dylan Robb in that 16 to go. A little bit of a door check to the 8. He'll be able to keep on keeping on, though, but he sees more cars coming, just wants to stay put, not be another threat. But he's got to let that thing wash down the track and come on back around. But he did, I think, just go a lap down. Very unfortunate for Tom Flickcroft. All right, so Tom Harmon picked Bowman the Showman. Let's see if we can pick or find viewer number 3. Quiet. Wow, White Walker, I did not see all those bits that you threw out there. Buddy, thank you very, very much. All right, looks like Babby 8088. Babby, baby, 8088. If you are out there, please send me a message in the chat. Let me know that you're there. I think you're normally here rooting for either your boyfriend or your husband. I could be wrong, but that's what's kind of ringing back in my mind. Send me a message either on Twitter or here through Twitch, and then we'll get together and we'll get your mailing information. We'll get this Alex Bowman diecast. This is the purple and white diecast that Bowman ran just a little bit ago. So BABI 8088. If you're out there, send me a message. Let's go. All right, let's go ahead and bring it. Let's go ahead and bring it back live. Looks like, I believe that's going to be the 10 coming off of pit road. Looks like he was able to, if he lost a lap, hey, that kind of is what it is. But riding along right now off the back end of the 69 EMGG glitch machine for James Holtzer. Right now sitting in P number 5. Has got his, arch nemesis to the outside. I guess you could say these guys were battling all season long. Ultimately, though, the 20 able to come away with the regular season championship. Pace cars pulling off pit road. Barney's got the green flag very well in hand. Let's go. So again, Babby, B-A-B-I 8088. If you are out there, send me a message, please, and we'll get this Alex Bowman 164 diecast out to you. Hopefully, we won't have to use Ally in order to do it, but you got to catch my drift. So 20 trying to fight to the outside. Here he comes on by the double deuce of Nate Mon. Holtzer throwing it to the inside, doing what he's got to do to try to get back up. See him now on the inside of that sun drop machine. Micah Allard in that 61 Allard Racing car right behind him. They're just side by side for a moment, coming through turns 3 and 4. Holtzer again going to go ahead and throw it on down. Now, I was with Holtzer and a few others for a practice just the other night. The high line is absolutely the line that you want to be in to make these cars really motivate around this half-mile concrete canyon. And if you're stuck on the bottom, what you're doing is you're really wearing out the right front, trying to get these things woed and slowed up in order to get that front end pointed in the right direction and get the rear tires digging. But it looks like all these guys, we got a battle for the lead. Tom Harmon and Matt O'Brien. Who's it going to be? Matt O'Brien using that momentum on the outside. Looks like the double deuce of Nate Mon. He's going to follow suit. 69 holding on for dear life as he's finally able to move on up right in front of the 61. And, man, look at him stab that throttle coming off, passing the 68 like he is standing still. See the car wiggling just a little bit. Goes to show that he's still loose or getting loose or looser on that bottom. Remember the 68, he did not pit. Let's go ahead and take a look at the battle for the lead. Looks like it is absolutely heating up. Yellow's out. New leader, double deuce of Nate Mon. How about that? What a run to the top. All right, so one more time, Babby, B-A-B-I, or Baby 8088. If you are out there, please send me a message. Let me know you're there. That way we can get this Alex Bowman Ally number 48 out to you as soon as possible. Your name is written on the car, just like Alex Bowman's. We might have a battle of friends here pretty soon. Might have a battle of friends, and I'll tell you what I mean. How about Nate Mon in this Sun Drop double deuce, the same paint scheme, or very close to the same paint scheme, at least the same sponsor that Dale Jr. drove at North Wilkesboro for the final asphalt race before they tore up that track to take it dirt racing for a month. But yeah, Dale Jr. told Sun Drop, if you let me put your colors on the car, I'll race him, and he ended up coming home P3 that night. Not a bad finish whatsoever. Oh, I think I see something. Okay, Doug, I got your information through the whisper. Thank you very, very much, sir. White Walker throwing up 77 bits. Again, absolutely appreciate it. SWAT 69 right there as well. 23 and more, buddy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How do you win a die-cast car? Well, what I've been doing is pulling different drivers in under various cautions and asking them questions about, for example, I've got a Chase Elliott, William Byron, and Ryan Blaney, 164 still left here. So basically asking them questions between those drivers and saying, hey, if it was between these guys, and then a scenario or something like that. Just making some fun out of it. Meanwhile, they don't know that I'm picking it, or they're picking a diecast for me to give away. So far, we've given a number away. I'm sorry, we've given I can't talk tonight. A number 5 HendrickCars.com Kyle Larson car, a number 20 Christopher Bell DeWalt car, and a purple and white Ally 48 for old Bowman the Showman. So we still got 4 more cars to go, and I plan on giving away each and every one of them. It is just completely random. They left the pavement. I can't talk. Wow. They left the pavement for the upcoming All-Star race. Okay. I thought it was going to be redone. I did not know that. Thank you very much, Swats. All right, so let's go. Again, Barney's got the green flag. Working lap number 97. About to be lap number 98. Let's go. 22 hard charging up on the high side, now ahead of the 69 of Holtzer, the 61 of Allard, and the 20 of Matt O'Brien. Tyler Dohar and Brendan Book working their way up through the field. Dohar up 6 spots into P5. Brendan Book up 10 spots into P number 6. Here we go, battle for the lead. Mon up high, pinching that 69 down. Got to make sure that when you're doing that, though, you don't get loose. You get loose, you come on down onto the 69, and then you've got real problems, especially in the front of this field. You stand a very good chance of crashing just about the whole field. So you got to do what you got to do. Make sure you drive within your means. But so far, this double deuce carrying a whole lot of momentum. Caution is out one more time. 9th caution on lap 101. Yep, I'm giving these 164 die casts away, absolutely. And if you weren't here earlier, what this is all for, I have now hit a 4-year mark, a 4-year anniversary of broadcasting races. Whether it was back in console through Xbox or here on iRacing, I've hit the 4-year mark, 400 broadcasts over to my YouTube. Brand new on the Roku channel and somewhat brand new onto Facebook as well. And just my way of saying thank you for all the people that have come out, hung out, chatted up with me and each other out there in chat, and kept me company. It's a lot of fun. So a lot of fun. All right, so let's pull up old Nate Mon now, if we can, and see what he says about one of these drivers. Nate Mon in this double deuce, leading the field, keeping that 69 pinched down underneath you, and you're looking pretty strong on that high side, carrying a lot of momentum. Can you keep them all back there, first off?
It's definitely going to be tough. I got knocked out of the playoffs after last week, so, while it'd be fun to play spoiler, I also don't want to ruin anyone else's playoff hopes and runs. So, doing what I can, trying to race as safe as possible. I don't think I've been in anything as of yet. Keep your fingers crossed it stays that way. But, yeah, it's been fun. That high line's definitely ripping. I think my right front's screaming for help, but that's okay. It can make it to the next pit stop. I think we'll be fine. But yeah, lot of fun there off the restarts and all that.
All right, but I see the lights atop the pace car are on, so now I got a really important question for you, sir. All right, we're talking about the 9 of Chase Elliott, the 24 of William Byron, and the 12 bright yellow Menards car of Ryan Blaney. Who is your favorite to work their way through to the championship?
Well, as a Chase fan, I got to go with him. He hasn't had the best of luck lately, but hopefully he can get it turned around. I think he's only, 7 points clear of the line right now with Dega coming up, which not very excited about that, but I'll be pulling for him at Roval in person, so hopefully he can pull through with a good finish and make it to the next round.
All right, buddy. Well, you just answered a very, very big question for me, and I definitely appreciate it. I am now giving away a number 9 Hooters machine for Chase Elliott. Thank you very much for your choice. I'll go on through, pick somebody out there between Twitter and on stream to give this to. Thank you very much for your cooperation. I'll get you back down with your Eons Motorsports teammates right now. Keep that double deuce going. Keep the shiny side up, sir.
All right, thanks, Pete.
You got it. All right, so we're going to be talking about a number 9 Hooters machine for Chase Elliott that we're going to be giving away next very, very soon. As you can see, the car is coming off of turn 2, going down the backstretch. And, yeah, Barney's going to be shaking that green flag very, very soon. Nobody came on down pit road that time. Kind of interesting to see. And, let's see if that Sundrop machine can keep the 69 penned down a little bit further. Let's go. Nate Mon with that monster jump. 20 of Matt O'Brien up on the high side as well. Looks like the 69 a little bit slower on the bottom. Maybe didn't get the restart that he wanted, or maybe spun the tires. Not 100% sure, but right now he's got the high side clear. Spotter should be yelling at him. There he goes, up to the high side. Going to go ahead and throw it back down again. Meanwhile, the 42 of Brendan Book, he's keeping that thing up high, trying to carry as much momentum. And just as I say that, he's going to make a liar out of me. Drive it to the bottom. Caution is out. Looks like this caution's going to have something to do with Jose Ruiz, Philip Bridgman, and John Honeycutt, unfortunately. All right, so Nate Mon kept it up there. Let's see if we can find out exactly what happened there with Jose, Philip, and John. Let's go. There you see the 23 on the bottom, 40 up high. Looks like the 23 is just trying to avoid it. Nowhere to go as the 50 gets loose, comes back up on track, and collects the 23. Let's watch that from John Honeycutt's view. Let's see if John got a little bit of help here. No, it just looks like it's loose under throttle, much like we saw earlier. And let's go back to Phil Bridgman now. Oh, looks like Honeycutt and Bridgman had the same exact issue coming off of the corner. Several collected there as you see the pace car come on out. Wow. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right, so we're getting closer and closer to halfway. Working lap 111 out of 250. Once we get to 125, that will be the official midway point of the Sim Racing channel on Roku TV 250 live from Bristol Motor Speedway. All right, let's go ahead and pick a winner for this Chase Elliott number 9 Hooters Camaro. Looks like survey says come on, let's go. Rock NASCAR. Rock, old buddy, old pal. If you are out there, bud, keeping an eye while I believe you're actually spotting for Eliza tonight, buddy, please go ahead and send me a message either in Twitch or right here in chat. Let me know you're there. And I know you're up there in Maryland. We'll definitely get this car to you as soon as possible. I know that, again, I know you're spotting for Eliza. I'll go ahead and just write your name on this Hooters machine, and we'll make sure to get this to you as soon as possible, sir. All right, so one more down in the books. That means we have given away so far 4 diecasts. We've given away the number 9 Chase Elliott machine, the 48 Alex Bowman Ally Camaro, the number 20 DeWalt car for Christopher Bell, and the number 5 for BK Doug. All of y'all out there definitely appreciate it. So we got 4 down, 3 more to go. All 3 are different, I promise you. Looks like the lights atop the pace car are still, looks like they are off. So coming down the backstretch, we're going to see that that pace car go ahead and pull off in just a moment. There we go. Let's bring it back to Barney. High atop the flag stand, green flag in hand, not letting that puppy slide. Let's go. Dohar throwing it underneath the number 20. Looks like we're going to have a wreck towards the front of the field. Will everybody get on by? Several collected a little bit further in the back. 8 able to skate on through. 23 able to skate on by. And a few more pace trucks going to come on out and pick them all up. I did not mention this before, and I absolutely apologize. You've got until midway in the midway in the race. So within the next 8 laps to go on over to my Twitter at Repeat1975 and send me a message. Leave a comment to the post that's pinned up top. Let me know why you want to go to Talladega. Why you and a friend, family member, or whatever want to go to Talladega next Saturday for the Bristol race on that 2.66 mile juggernaut of a track. It's going to be a lot of fun. I promise you. August the 1st, the NASCAR Xfinity race at Talladega. Go on over to Twitter at Repeat1975 and send me a message. Tell me bluntly why you want those 2 tickets to go to Dega. I don't mean just, Pete, give me the tickets. Oh, boy. All right, so we are starting to see a few come on down pit road, working lap 119 of 250. Nate Mon is leading. Matt O'Brien right now sitting in P number 2. Looks like Tyler Dohar third, PJ O'Leary, and Jimmy Cocker all through in your top 5. Ryan Crooks, Ryan McCall, Brian Pizzichemi, Eliza Bethal. Great run for her with rock spotting for her. And then Tom Torrey in that number 40. Hey, I'm a poet and didn't know it. Inside your top 10. Maze, I cannot tell. That looks like E.T. with his suspenders pulled up around his nose. I have no idea what emoji that is, sir. Who's the wolf? Thanks for coming out on Twitch. Absolutely appreciate it. Thank you very much for the follow, and welcome aboard. And thank you all sincerely for all of the congratulatory comments about hitting 4 years. And it has absolutely been a lot of fun. I started off co-broadcasting with Nick Vroman, old Vroom Vroom Vroman, on Twitch or HD Motorsports, however you choose or however you may remember him. And once he was done with the broadcasting gig for a huge community that ran Cup, Truck, and Xfinity called NNR back on the Xbox, man, it was all fun and games. There was nothing bad I could think about it whatsoever. Yote says, dang it, had a good race going and then could do anything behind a guy thought I was going to run through me. Well, tell you what, Byron, you are absolutely welcome to come on up, hang out with me, and call the second half of this Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series race live from Bristol International Raceway. You are always welcome, my friend. Yes, Watts, the memories, sir. Green flags, back out. Let's get back hard on that throttle. Let's go racing. Three wide, a little bit further back around the 60. Caution's going to come out. Working lap 123, 12th caution of the night. Very unfortunate, but you know what? Anytime you put 33 cars on a half-mile concrete track where the lines can work for anybody, man, it is what it is. But it looks like let's go on down here, find out who this is going to who took part in all this. Find out what happened. Looks like the 42 of Brendan Book's going to be involved. Let's go on back. So there you see the 42 machine on the bottom side, and this is going to be why it collected so many. Oh, the one comes on down. I'm not sure if the 42 came on up, maybe just going for the same real estate. Byron, see you get involved there very last second on the bottom, really no place to go. But Byron, one of the first things I said about this track, and Bud, this is not picking you apart whatsoever, being a self-cleaning track, most of the time you want to go high. But we saw the 50 of John Honeycutt go on down the track and come on back up. Just one of those things that happen. You see the 42 hard on the throttle, trying to get back, get going. I'm going to guess he's got some broken parts on the front of that machine. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right, so Matt O'Brien, wherefore art thou, Matt O'Brien? Matt O'Brien's hanging out down in Output Racing. Let's see if we can grab him right quick. Matt O'Brien in this 20 Nitro Toyota. Bud, that Cloud9 machine's looking pretty good. Sitting P number 2. You won the regular season championship. Lights atop the pace car are still on. How you feeling about this car for the second half, sir?
Car feels fine. Just want a long run, but I don't think we're going to get that. So, I don't know. I feel like my long run speed would be super, super good, but it just hasn't happened.
Well, Matt, I got a very important question for you. Okay, it's gonna take all of your expertise. I got 3 diecasts for 3 friends. We're talking about Chase Elliott, William Byron, and Ryan Blaney. Which one of those would spin their grandmother for a championship this year?
Blaney.
No hesitation whatsoever in your voice. I absolutely love it. So Ryan Blaney, well, buddy, you just picked the next 164 diecast that I will be giving away. And you know, I've been a fan of yours ever since the start of this season, the inaugural season for the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series. And man, thank you very much. Good luck and go get them, sir.
Yeah.
All right, I'll get you on back with your Output Racing teammates. It's all on you, man.
All right, thanks.
You got it. All right, so we'll get him back down among Output and let him race this out. That Sundrop machine, he's gonna have the start that he needs in order to get on up there and get going. They are back double file, going down the middle of the backstretch. Barney should see them just about now. There he is. So he's got him right now. Pace car making that hard left turn down the banking. We're going to go green flag one more time. Let's go. All right, so we are going to stay green. Nate Mon still leading. The 77 of Tyler Dohar able to work his way up to P number 2, up 9 spots on the night so far for that filter time 77. So right now, breathing pretty happy. He knows that Nate Mon has been out there really pushing that double deuce for quite a while. Will he be able to get on up there and do something with him? I tell you what, this 77 has been on fire as of late. Throughout the few other leagues and leagues and communities that I and old Swats White Walker out there in chat, or better known as KS Gaming 51 on the Twitch side, and he kind of contributes that all to getting some new equipment. And man, has this guy been knocking down some W's and getting closer and closer to clinching a championship in a couple different spots. As you see, getting closer and closer to the back end of that double deuce. Here we go. We're going to zoom in. What's it going to be? 22 kind of pinching him down just a little bit. 77, nowhere to go. Nate Mai coming on down low. Dohar had to kind of check up a little bit. Otherwise, that 22 would be seeing that inside wall head first. That's definitely not what you want to do. Again, 77 having to check up. That's going to allow him to get a great run off. 22 still pinching 77 down. That is disallowing the 77 from getting back on throttle as soon as and as hard as he'd like to. So now the 77 figure, if I can't shake him on the bottom side, let me see if I can't get right up behind this Camaro and loosen up that rear end just a little. But Dohar knows that he's got to go. You just saw that 69 creeping further and further into the picture. Talking about James Holtzer, let's kind of ride around hood view with him, see what he's got, as he's actually going to go ahead and pick up the double deuce. Are we going to see 3 wide, 77 low, 22 in the middle, 69 up high? Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Whoa, 22 gets a little loose, but cannot check up too much. He's got hard charging cars filling up his rear view. Here comes the 69. Here comes the 20. Here comes the 25 of Ryan Crook. So we got some EMGG teammates up on that high side. 20 not going to cut that 25 any slack at all, and I would expect nothing less. 20-25 side by side. Dohar finally able to work his way on by the 22. Holtzer trying to work his way on by the 77 and does so one more time. Put that 69 EMGG glitch machine back in the lead. (20, 25, 22, 32 of Hunter Johnson working his way back into the mix. There's the 61 of Allard, the 24 of PJ O'Leary, the 28 rather of Brian Pizzakemi, the number 30 Shaboom car, and look at the 8 of Tom Flitcroft back here in P number 9, working his way back through after running into some issues earlier. Phenomenal racing all the way through. 3 rows deep, side by side, like they just took the green flag. I've been putting aside, picking out a winner, or seeing who the winner is of this Ryan Blaney Menards number 12, because the action has just been jam-packed since the green flag came back out, working lap 145 of 250 and getting closer and closer and closer. If they stay green flag, the end will come in no time flat. All right, so while we got a second, looks like these guys are doing very, very well. Let's go ahead and pick a winner for this number 12, Ryan Blaney Menards. Lidman looks like Ford Mustang GT. All right, let's go ahead and refresh this. Go back to Twitter. Alright, so looks like, through randomness, come on, finish up, let's go. Gotta love the Wheel of Death, right? Especially when you're trying to give something away. Oh, hi T, if you're still out there, you just won yourself a Ryan Blaney number 12 Menards Ford Mustang GT 164 diecast. I think you were out there earlier with the EMGG watch party that's been around all season long. Definitely appreciate every single one of you and all your support, all your attention to this series. Have been absolutely phenomenal. Go ahead and send me a message. Hey, there you are. For those hype. T, we'll go ahead and get your information. If you want to send me a message on Twitter, we can certainly do it that way. Looks like caution is out, 13th of the night, working lap 153 of 250. So under 100 laps remaining. All right, so let me grab the pen. And I'm going to leave you a comment too, okay? It's just going to say, hi, T. All right. All right, so T got you written down on that Ryan Blaney number 12 Menards Mustang, and we will absolutely get that to you. Mid-rant about how long the movie Step Brothers is. Is that the one with Mark Wahlberg and a few others from like back in the day? If I might be wrong. But all right, so okay, so I was wrong. You could just say, no, Pete, you were wrong. You don't have to be nice about it. I tell you, man, Maze Ninja out there in that EMGG watch party. All right. Oh, you're talking about Will Ferrell and the guy with the poofy hair that was also in Talladega Nights. Gotcha. I don't remember his name, but I remember the character. Okay. Okay, so John C. Riley, there you go. Okay, So it looks like Matt O'Brien, he's going to be able to go ahead and... I'm sorry, no. It looks like it's going to be Jordan McGraw up here in this number 34, Days of Thunder, Pete. Yeah, a lot of guys just went down pit road and picked up some ice cream, Swats. You're right. All right, so J-Mac now in the lead in his number 34, up 17 spots. I know right where to find him. No doubt in my mind whatsoever. So let's pick his brain right quick. J-Mac, driver this number 34 Sega machine. Looks like Sonic the Hedgehog in black this time. Kind of liking the black rendition versus the blue. Absolutely pops here under the Bristol lights. Bud, you're doing pretty well. Up 17 spots, sitting right there behind the 68. Do you have what it takes to stay up front, sir?
No, I don't. I mean, I'm the only one that stayed out on tires here. These guys are going to take the wave arounds. I'm just trying to save a set of tires here. I was really hating that yellow because I had just been before that one, and I was taking it easy, and I was starting to eat and reel all these guys in. We were going to make our way up the field. So wasn't going to go win the dang race. We were going to get up high in the top 10. But yeah, just going to try to survive here because this is going to be a rough restart. I'm going to be the only one on old tires, so just got to be smart. You know, got to race, but not do anything dumb here. But we're about to go green.
All right, Jordan, don't fool yourself. Just a hard question. There was one person earlier that stayed out on old tires. I believe it was a 68 that led several laps after doing that. But, buddy, between the 9 of Chase Elliott and the 24 Exalta machine, we're talking about the 9 Hooters machine for Chase Elliott and the 24 Exalta machine for William Byron. Who do you take in a 1v1 here on iRacing?
I have no idea. I'm just trying to get this race restarted.
All right, bud. We'll let you skate on this one. I'll get you back with your Team FTR teammates. Go get them, sir. All right, so Jordan McGraw didn't want to play along, chat, unfortunately. Oh, well. Yeah, I've got one more Chase Elliott. I went to Old Wally World and I took every single 164 diecast they had, and there just happened to be 2 of the Chase Elliott Hooter machine cars. I spent about 50, almost 60 bucks on a whole bunch of them. So there you go. All right. So unfortunately we couldn't get a choice. Yeah, a couple of multiples, Swats. We couldn't get a choice out of Jordan McGraw, and he wasn't kidding. He is falling like a rock back to P11. James Holtzer's been able to reassume the lead, and Matt O'Brien, Tom Flitcroft in this number 8, able to continually work his way back on through. He's got a very, very fast Mountain Dew machine. I have to see exactly how he does during the rest of this race. Can he keep it up there high, wide, and handsome as he flies around the outside of the 20? Or does he run into issues yet again? Hopefully not. Go to Byron. See if he chooses William Byron. You know what? I think Byron is actually still out here. I'm going to go ahead and pull him to the booth right now, and I'm going to make young William Byron keep me just a little bit of company. Got to pull this young 17 or 18-year-old buck out of the doom and gloom from what he was racing in just a little bit ago. Byron Jones, it's repeat, bud. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Pete.
Byron, buddy, old pal. I have a question for you.
I may or may not have an answer for you. We'll see.
William Byron or Chase Elliott. If you were to put them 1v1 here on the sim, on any track that you choose, who would win hands down?
Honestly, I gotta go with William Byron. I mean, everybody talks about it, and he is a good sim racer. That's where he started. That's where he understood everything he needed to know about sim racing and about the real racing. Started right on this simulator, so he's hands down the one that knows the ins and outs of this track. No problem at all. Any track. You put him at any track, any car, I bet too, and he'll still dominate. William Byron is just he's one different guy from the virtual world to the real world, and he dominates in the virtual world.
I tell you what, just as I say that, White Walker says, duh. He came from iRacing with thousands of wins. He better beat Elliott. So, yeah, it looks like Swats agrees with you out there in chat. So, Bud, you just helped me pick which diecast I will be giving away. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and let you choose the winner. Okay? Go on over to my Twitter, please.
Okay.
Go on down through everybody that has liked, not necessarily. You know what? Go through those that have retweeted. Retweeted the tweet about what we're doing here tonight. And give me a name, sir.
Let's see here. Let me go ahead and pull
you know what? To make it somewhat fair, just in case there's people there that you know, let's do a little bit of eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Let's see.
All right. So while he's doing that, we're going to look at these top two, talking about James Holtzer and Ryan Crooks, couple of EMGG Glitch teammates, first and second. We've seen this running many, many times before. We've talked to Ryan Crooks a couple times. He's got one win on the season. He wants another one. He wants to see exactly what's going to happen here. Will the finishing order be reversed, or will Holtzer be able to continue his dominance, especially here at the first round, first race in the round of 8. There we go. I'll get it out one of these days. Maze Ninja says, bunch of EMGG hype emojis. Flickrop says, I didn't retweet. Oh no. That's actually been out there. But thank you very much for the like. All the same, we got to still remember, guys and gals out there, I've got 2 huge prizes that I'll be giving away, as well as one more diecast before this is all said and done. And yeah, that is a Chase Elliott number 9 Hooters machine. But first and foremost, we're talking about the crayon colored Exalta number 24 for William Byron. All right, Byron, from one Byron to the next. First name, last name. Who you got, sir?
Hey, I'm struggling to find your tweet. I'm going to be honest with you.
It's the pinned tweet on the very top of my page. It's the one talking about the broadcasting for 4 years anniversary.
Okay.
There you go.
I got it now. Let's see. You know what? We're going to make this even better. I'm going to do a random number between the amount of...
Okay, we can do that, and I'll pick the random number.
Okay. That was good.
White Walker out there say, come on, Byron. No pressure. Meanwhile, back at the ranch. Yeah, you got it?
No, give me a second. Sorry.
Oh, that's fine.
I'm trying to figure this out.
That's fine, because right now it looks like the 25 and the 69 starting to work their way through some lap traffic. And as you can see out there, not a whole lot of, actually nobody is a lap down as of yet, at least in the timing and scoring. Working lap 185 out of 250, so closing in more and more on the on the finish of this. And man, yeah, the cream always rises to the top, Byron. Whether it's a short track like Bristol, a 2.5 mile super speedway like Daytona or Talladega, or the 3 mile super speedway known as the iRacing Super Speedway, Texas, Atlanta, Phoenix, Richmond, wherever we go, there is always the guys that can shine amongst the rest of the crowd. So, Ryan Crook still P2, Mike Allard P3, Tom Flickroft P number 4, Matt O'Brien P5. There is not a name right there that I haven't mentioned all season long about them being in the top 5. That's why they are so good. Tyler Dohar P number 6, Nate Mon P number 7, John Honeycutt 8th, Jimmy Cocker, P number 9, and PJ O'Leary in that 24. Again, right now, P number 10. Working lap 189. These guys are clicking off laps faster than, 1472 was the fastest lap for James Holtzer. His last lap was a 1589, so just a little over a full second in this run.
I've got the answer.
All right, Byron. So from 1 to how many?
We had a number between 1 and 5. There was.
Okay, these are retweets?
Yeah, these are the retweets.
All right, 1 and 5. You know what? How can you go wrong with Dale Sr.? How can you go wrong? And we're talking about Bristol Motor Speedway, where he coined that famous saying, "Just meant to rattle his cage a little, didn't mean to wreck him." Just meant to rattle his cage when he spun Terry Labonte out under the old Bristol configuration. All right, Byron, who's number 3?
Number 3, let's see here. 1, 2, 3 is gonna be Justin Anisgok.
Okay. So Justin Anisgok, old NNR Rowdy from back in the day. Justin, if you're out there, buddy, thank you very much. I know where to find you, and we will get this number 24 William Byron Exalted Diecast out to you. Oh man, I got to ship this thing all the way out to Kenai, Alaska. Are you kidding me? Man, good thing it's within the somewhat non-continental U.S. So, Rowdy. All right. Guys and gals out there in chat, I still got one more. I still have a Chase Elliott number 9 Hooters machine that I'll be giving away. And these guys have, they got a pretty good green flag feel to them now, Byron. Unfortunately, that second to last wreck took you out, nowhere to go. You went low trying to get on by, ended up just running into trouble, and that was it. So, new second place car, as you see Flickcroft out there in chat saying, "Let's go, Tom!" Running P number 2 in this Mountain Dew machine, doing pretty well, able to work his way back up. White Walker wants to know what happened to the Harvick one. The Harvick diecast was given away a couple days ago, Swats. That was given away to, I forget who it was right now. That diecast is sitting on the back of the couch in my room. But Byron, 200 laps now in process out of 250. Got a bit of a green flag feel. It's been a little bit since this caution came out, or since the last caution came out. If you remember, off of the tools that you were working with, do you remember how many laps you were able to get on the tank?
It was, I'm going to be honest, from what I was seeing, it was somewhere around the 120, 150 range.
Oh, okay.
Somewhere between that, yeah.
So they'll be able to go for quite a while then. All right, gotcha. All right, man, I'm definitely sorry that you're no longer in this. I know that you gave it your all, no doubt whatsoever. And I definitely, I appreciate you every single week putting that Patriot Esports logo on the hood of your Silverado or your Camaro or whatever it is you run. Man, you've become one hell of a driver since you got your brand new equipment, and I'm looking forward to some pretty big things from you and draining that wallet that I've got.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, the car felt really strong tonight. We had the speed, but I don't think we could have had anything for Holtzer or Tom Flickcroft or O'Brien. Those guys seemed really, really good on the long runs, but just unfortunately found ourselves in the wrong circumstance. But hey, it is what it is. I'm out here. I'm enjoying the races. The fact that we got 30-something drivers out here competing in one big old night at Bristol like this, and they're able to do these long green flag runs, just goes to show how well Shake and Bake is as a community, as a league.
And you know what, Byron? That stands true in more than one way, because it's not just, this isn't like their first time at Bristol Motor Speedway or something like that. We are deep into the chase, all right, and they are still bringing in 30-plus drivers week in and week out. I mean, we might have a little bit of a down week, but we're still talking mid to high 20s every week. So that just goes to show the kind of commitment each and every one of these drivers has to Frozen Toes and her admins here in the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series. And this is just season 1. Season 2 is going to get bigger. It's going to get better. You're going to draw even more people in, and I absolutely cannot wait. And from what Eliza said, if I'm not mistaken, season 2 is already in the pre-planning phases. Cannot wait to see how that all rolls through, and which drivers come back, and what kind of new talent this club is able to pick up. Looking back now to the 8 of Tom Flitcroft, as see the 16 go up high, put himself in the wall just a little bit to try to give the 8 that much more room. Now Tom's going to try to zip on by the outside of this number 30 Shaboom machine, and this isn't a pass for position. This is just basically staying right there in P2. 30 being very, very respectful, allowing the 8 to move on. And Matt O'Brien back here, P number 3, just about, actually let's change this up just a little bit here. Instead of best lap, how about we go to time? So this is now the gap between the cars. So as you can see, quite a few cars 1 lap or more out, or even just flat out of the race. Looks like right now the 37 of Sanford sitting in P14 is the first car 1 lap down. So if we go on down to Sanford, he's down 4 spots from where he originally qualified in this number 37, and he is on the opposite side of the leader. So he's got a little bit of time before he goes the 2nd lap down. And if we go back to finding the last car on the lead lap, we're talking about Eliza Bethal right in front in her team FTR number 64. Right now, Eliza with the one and only Rock NASCAR, or Marty Hensley, in her ear, feeding her all kinds of information. The distances to the next position, the distance behind her to the battle for the next spot, so forth and so on. I've heard Marty in the spotting role, and he does a phenomenal job. But look at this, here comes the 69 of Holtzer, gonna try to put the 64 a lap down. So this would be putting Eliza 1 lap down. She's gonna go ahead and pull high, allow that 69 EMGG glitch machine to move on. Working lap 218 of 250. Byron, do you think Holtzer gets it done tonight, or do you think we have another caution to throw a monkey wrench in his plans? Byron, unfortunately not there. I apologize, I did not see that you were unavailable. But yeah, so Eliza. Oh, there you go. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I started talking and then I realized I wasn't talking. But yeah, Holtzer, as long as he doesn't get too big into that congestion that's just up in front of him, I think he'll go ahead and be just fine. But then again, these guys are racing hard. They're still racing for position. Anything can happen. You know, misjudge a corner, you accidentally wheel hop it trying to get down. These cars are also super, super, super loose in the next gens at Bristol. Just about any track you go to. So there's still a chance for someone may lose it, coming off the 4 and cause that caution, and then causing everybody to bunch back up.
Yeah, I'm actually riding on the hood view with James Holtzer right now, and you absolutely see the hornet's nest that he's about to have to try to work his way on through. The laps clicking off, 223 of 250, just 28 more laps remaining here from Thunder Valley. Byron, this gaggle of cars in front of Holtzer right now could mean a whole lot in these next laps. Does he back it down knowing that he's got, or back it down just a little bit knowing that he's got Tom Flitcroft by a good 2.5 seconds? So does he just ride? Don't push it. No reason to. Just stay right there. Or do you have to? Or do you feel like you have to go because you know that the 8 of Tom Flitcroft, he's fast. He's got 4 brand new Eagle Feel Goods, or one of the last to go on down for some tires. So he's going to be, trying to drive up this 69's trumpet as much as possible. Holtzer now on the outside of one, and you see I believe it's going to be the 31 Virginia Tech machine for Jimmy Cocker. So right now trying to put the car that is in P12 a lap down.
Yeah, at this point, being Holtzer, you got to make your way through the field just slowly yet surely. As long as he can make his way through the field without having any incidents right in front of him, he should still be able to run away from Tom. Because if you think about it, Holtzer, once he makes it through this pack, Tom's got to do the same exact thing if he wants to catch Holtzer. If not, he's got to do it even faster than how Holtzer does it. So at the end of the day, those guys are still keeping pace. It's not like they're slowing him up a ton. If it does come down to it, back off just a little, give them some room, and then make your way through. But Holtzer doing it all perfectly right now, making his way nice and easy.
Yeah, we're watching him pass cars literally on the bottom side versus on the high side, almost lap after lap. Right now he's got the 48 to his outside. That's going to be Francis Hamilton. That is for P10. So right now, he's got Francis Hamilton. He sees the 50 of John Honeycutt. He's going to see Nate Mon in that double deuce, also up on that high side very soon as well. So I mean, he's catching them, and he is just flat laying some very, very fast laps down. Now the 28 of Brian Pizzicemi. That was very, very close. Pizzicemi came on down. Wasn't quite sure if he was going to be completely clear or not. But now the track is flat blocked in front of this 69. As let's go ahead and bring it back up top. I mean, that was just quite a few laps. Going to go ahead and pass the 42. That was not for a lead lap. Past the 42, one or more laps down. The next one he's going to see is going to be Nate Mon, and that's that double deuce right in front of him. He's actually going to go ahead and take it 3 wide. Pizzicemi in the middle, Nate Mon up top. Holtzer having to check up not to get into that 28. The 50 of Honeycutt right behind him. He's going to try to follow through. That way, if the caution does come out, he is the first car 1 lap down, get back on that lead lap, and still have a chance, especially with only 8 cars now left on the lead lap, Byron.
Yep, Dylan up in that wall up there, but he's going to go ahead and stick it high. Here comes Holtzer now, going to make his way around Nathan Mon, and then soon his teammate, Holtzer. I mean, we just saw he had a huge gaggle of cars right in front of him, and now he's going to go ahead and battle his way up through his teammate, and here we go. He's got around Mon. Next guy up, that 25 of Ryan Crooks, and he's going to go ahead and set sail from there.
Yeah, you know Ryan Crooks, I mean, he just pulled a whole lot of momentum off that high side. He does not want to go a lap down. I mean, Crooks right now, he's in 6th place. He's thinking to himself, I should not be going a lap down, sitting so close to the top 5. It just should not happen. But this is what we've seen week in and week out. Even when with you behind the wheel, Byron, Holtzer has just been phenomenal. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he's going for win number 8 on the season. I could be wrong, but yeah. Yellow flag's out. There is that caution, Byron.
That is going to go ahead and save a ton of people. But now, within 10 to go, if you are in that back end, you're looking to get back on that lead lap, do you stay out, take the risk, allow yourself to get back on that lead lap, and then hope that they get another caution within the 10 to go? It's going to be a huge thinking mess throughout these entire guys trying to figure out, okay, what do I do? What risk can I take? The only one that knows right now that they are A-okay is that 28 of Brian, because he's going to get that free pass. Yeah, he's going to get that free pass. In fact, it looks like this caution is going to have something to do with the 25. It's going to be the other EMGG glitch machine. Talking about Ryan Crooks right now. Let's see if we go back, find out exactly what happened to him. And it's going to make him fall quite a bit through. But if he got his car righted, he should be able to continue on. Let's find out what happened with the 25 right now. So there you see him up on the high side, maybe just a little bit of a scrape to the wall. Again, coming off, and the 22 and him kind of got together. Let's go back from
the 22 of Nate Mon if we can. Nope, it's not going to show me a replay from him. All right, so let's pick up the 25 again, but this time we'll pick up the right rear, and we'll replay that again. I'm sorry, not the right rear. I meant to say the left rear. Whoops. So, for the most part, able to keep it off the wall. Let's actually go from the chase cam one more time, and we'll play that back. All right, so you see him up by the wall, a little bit of a tap there, and yeah, just the 22 and him, very, very close together. I think the 22 probably could have given him a little bit more room. Crooks could not get any higher. Just same real estate this late in the race, Byron. Let's go ahead and bring it back live.
Yeah, it's really tough, especially with traffic. Running out of room is the big #1 issue that everybody finds, especially whether you're looking for that lead lap car or you're looking for that car that battled just in front of you. It's so tough, and especially on old tires, your car gets really, really tight, so now you're struggling to find the tightness in the car, where you can brake, where you can get back on the gas, let alone still trying to figure out where the other cars are. Because, hey, there is points. We saw it happen. You go 3 wide, you can go 2 wide, but if you don't know where that car is, you accidentally wheel hop it, that's game over for someone.
Absolutely. Game over indeed. We are at 8 laps to go. Looking at the third place car right now of Tyler Dohar. Byron, you race against him on Sunday nights and then again on Tuesdays. You've shown considerable progress in your racing, but so has the 77 of Dohar. In fact, you're actually in a very, very tight points battle with him in both series. How do you beat the 77 or the 78 of Tyler Dohar at his own game of saving fuel and tire?
Honestly, if you can, you got to play the same game with him. Sometimes it's very, very unfortunate that you have to, but you got to play that fight with him if you want to have a shot. And the way he's looking right now on that bottom with the 20, he's looking very strong. He's got another shot to win. He's really good. I believe in him. So Dohar's just got to get up there. He's got to find the looseness. 20 of Matt O'Brien's going to find his way up in the wall.
Yeah, 20 went up into the wall, kind of lost the back end completely. But what
There's
just...
Michael.
Oh, looks like Michael Lard also. He's going to go ahead and lock it down and keep it moving. No caution. 5 laps remaining here from Bristol Motor Speedway. The 69 of James Holtzer off to a huge lead, Byron. We're talking 1.35 seconds over Tyler Dohar. Matt O'Brien, our regular season champ, not to beat a dead horse. But right now in P number 3, Nate Mon having a huge race as well, a little bit further back, but showing to have the same speed as the leaders. He even led a bunch of laps. But look at this, here comes that 32 as well. 3 laps to go.
Yeah, if I'm Dohar at this point, you got to start chattering the tires. You really got to find the looseness and just go for it. This 32 of Hunter Johnson is going to look to get around 22 of Nathan Mon. But the 77 and 20, they're going to find themselves in a mix-up battle of their own. So now you're going to struggle even more and just let Holtzer drive away, as we are, I believe, on the white flag. So Holtzer, he's got a commanding lead heading in 3 and 4.
Yeah, going through 3 and 4 off the line. It's going to be Holtzer without challenge coming across the start stripe. Congratulations, Holtzer, on the Sim Racing Channel 250 live once again, buddy. You did it, you did it, you did it. Wow, what a dominant performance. The man shows no slowing whatsoever.
That's the one thing that's great about Holtzer. He is fast week in, week out. He knows what to do with just about any car you put him in. So that's a huge, huge congrats to him once again.
Absolutely. Hi, team, Maze Ninja, White Walkers, so many people out there. passing on their congratulations to Holtzer. I tell you what, when EMGG got involved in the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series and they picked Holtzer and the 25 Orion Crooks as their drivers, man, I don't think they could have picked any better, Byron. Now it's all about Holtzer burning them down. He's going to go ahead and clear the board. The stage is all his. With the banking, not going to be able to work that, buddy. Good try, though. Not going to happen. All right, so you know what? We were talking about that last Chase Elliott diecast that I've got. And it's funny, he's doing the Alan Kulwicki Polish victory lap because that is the exact paint scheme that's on this number 9 machine for Chase Elliott. We're going to give this last one away here in just a little bit. It'll be just after post-race interviews when I also give away the 2 tickets to Talladega for the Xfinity race on October the 1st, as well as the 1-year subscription to the Sim Racing channel on Roku TV. Holtzer's just going to go and go and go. Burn them down till the motor blows. There it is. You hear the pop. Gotta love it. All right, ladies and gents, we will be right back with 3 more giveaways. We've got this last Chase Elliott number 9 Hooters Camaro. We've got the 1-year subscription to the Sim Racing channel on Roku TV and the 2 tickets to the Xfinity race at Talladega on October the 1st. Please, by all means, everybody stay right there. Don't nobody go nowhere, as the old saying goes. We'll be right back. Byron, thank you so much. I'm sorry if you didn't want to. Jeez. Wow. Yeah. All right, ladies and gents, we are back with our top 3 live from Bristol Motor Speedway. The end of the Sim Racing Channel 250 on Roku, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube has come to a conclusion. One hell of a race, saw more than a share of cautions, but in the end, huge green flag run all the way through. Matt O'Brien, driver of this number 20, again, our regular season champ. That Yoda's pretty strong tonight. Cloud 9, definitely very well represented by you. I didn't really see you get caught up in too much tonight. So clean race, clean air, and really just making sure that you hit your marks all the way around this this half-mile concrete track. Talk us through your race, please.
I knew qualifying would have been really important because the safest place here, it's not really a safe place, but it's generally when you're in the front. So my plan was to stay up front, but have to save tires because I don't know what they've done, but this track is so bad. Like, you have to run the bottom, so or your tires explode. But I feel like they explode after 10 laps. So was just trying to ride the bottom as much as I could, and it was going very clean until that last restart. I went into turn 3, and I don't know what happened. It just snapped, and I am so thankful it did not break my toe link, because that I think how I slid in there should have broke my toe link. But I guess the racing gods were on my side tonight. And then I was trying so hard to get the second, but Dohar was just putting that car in just the perfect place where I couldn't get to his quarter panel and get on his outside. So, but really good points day, and on to Atlanta next week.
Atlanta's going to be a lot of fun, going from a short track, very high bank, to the brand new Atlanta that races just like a miniature Daytona or a mini Talladega. This was the first race in the round of 8 as far as the playoffs go. Where do you see your chances on maybe grabbing a dub next week?
My outlook after tonight's probably changed a bit. I'll need to see what the points are, but a lot of playoff drivers had trouble, so it should be a really good points day, so we'll have a little cushion. But yeah, so like just what these round of 8 tracks are, it's very high anxiety, just because you got 2 short tracks, which is always a recipe for some chaos, and then you got Atlanta, which is, I think that's gonna be mayhem next week. So
there you go. All right, buddy.
It's more it's more to survive, I think.
Yeah, it will be. I have no doubt, and I'm sure just as tonight, we will have a huge, turnout as we've had all season long in the Shake and Bake series. I'm hoping for 30 plus more next week at Atlanta. Any quick friends, family, sponsors you need to get out there, Matt?
Shout out to the Output guys for letting me hang out with them, because my teammates couldn't race tonight. So shout out to those guys.
There you go. All right, Tyler Dohar, buddy, you have absolutely been putting on a show as of late. Byron decided very late that he was going to be forcefully moved to the booth to chat with me just a little bit. And watching you move on up through the field. You and the 22 had one hell of a battle. He was kind of keeping you pinched down. Saw many times where you checked up. Otherwise, he would have seen the inside wall head first. But man, you're racing with integrity. Kept that 78 clean, or I'm sorry, 77 tonight. Clean for the most part. That filter time machine breathing pretty happy, as the saying goes. All 250 laps. Didn't really see you get wrapped up in anything. Congrats on this top 2, sir.
Well, thanks, Peter. I mean, we had a really good run in our Elite Performance Industries Filter Time Chevrolet. Just wanted to survive, honestly, and just those early cautions when we saw the 32 coming into issues. I thought, okay, there's 1 points guy kind of by the wayside. Just kind of bid our time just riding in the back half of the top 10. I mean, we were pretty much racing with like O'Brien and the 22 and the 1 and the 31 like the whole time, and I was getting a little flustered because those guys that weren't in the playoffs were racing me pretty hard, but just stayed nose down to the grindstone and just kept working at it. Just a lot of yellows there at the beginning, and we were trying to sort out, what's the right pit strategy, what's the right call. Then about that halfway point of the race, that's where I saw a unique opportunity for us to go lead a lap, get a crucial bonus point, and then kind of ride. And luckily, we did it by the hair of our chinny chin chin before before Holtzer came with fresher tires. I was really leaning on Mon, and I wanted to move him out of the way because I just wanted to lead a lap, but thought, put it in the bucket for later. He's going to race me with respect if I race him here with respect. So we did that. And then that long green flag run, we were just had lost some track position because Holtzer and the guys with fresher tires got us. So we restarted about 6th. And then that really long green flag run, we were just biding our time, kind of letting guys burn up their stuff. And then I caught lap traffic, and the 42 just was not moving out of the way, even though he was 20 laps down. And is what it is. We finally got by him. I about had to just send him into Narnia because I was just tired of how, him and some other lap guys were racing. But worked our way up to 4th, and then the 8 missed pit road on the pit in. So we got to 3rd. I called in a favor to Holtzer to take the bottom lane so that way I could just get a better restart and kind of control here. I said, hey, I got nothing to contend with you. Just let me restart on the bottom, get the jump and try to race O'Brien for second. And then O'Brien had his problem going into the 3, and Micah was on my outside, and I was bottom of 3, and so I'm keeping it pinned down. I cranked the wheel back to the right a little bit, and I see the 61. I see the left front corner of his nose coming by me, and I was like, oh my God, he's not going to make it into that turn. And going into 1, he about lost it, and thank God, I don't know if O'Brien hit the brake. If he didn't, then I got really lucky because when he ran in the back of me, it hit my car, but it didn't jar me loose, and I was able to just drive it straight there. And from that point on, I just tried to ride the middle. I tried to make him, either ride the extreme top and hope that he'd get loose again, or figured he'd get too loose trying to cut down on the bottom if he tried to diamond it, and just wanted to hold it off for second there. I mean, tremendous points day for us. So many guys had issues. I mean, really, us 3, we were the only 3 that didn't have issues of the playoff guys. So it's really going to kind of set us apart. I mean, we pretty much knew Holtzer was going to make it to the Final Four anyway with his bonus point accrual. So not really a lost position there to fight for. So now O'Brien and I got a pretty decent leg up heading into, kind of a wild card race at Atlanta.
Man, but I think you just summed up everything that I asked you, and then what I could have asked you as well. But I've told you a couple times now, you've been on an absolute tear. You mentioned, or you kind of give favor to your new equipment and give that as a nod to your success. You've absolutely been pouring it on. I know that you've got some help as well from the pro side of iRacing, and even outside of iRacing as well. If this is the way that Tyler Dohar is going to be going into the round of 8 and beyond, I'm looking forward to possibly seeing you inside the top 4, sir. Congrats on this runner-up, and any quick friends, family, sponsors.
I mean, thanks, Pete. I mean, we're catching fire at the right time.
Yep.
I was thinking to myself at the beginning of the round that it'd be pretty sad if we made it to the Final Four, because coming out of Dega, we only had 2 top 5s on the season, and 1 was a win. So this is only our 3rd top 5 of the season, but we're catching fire at the right time. We're making it happen. Shout out to Blake Cook, Filter Time, those guys. Elite Performance Industries, Michael Conti, Tyler Payne, those guys. I didn't run the official races here. I haven't been running many lately, so Conti had a video that he put up just kind of showing what to do at the different lines at the different points of the race, when to be able to use the top, when not. So I definitely tried to study that as much as I could and relate it based on how the setup that he built was compared to the fixed setup that we had today. So overall, I mean, I can't thank those guys enough. They've given me the opportunity to even be in this position compared to where we were at the beginning of the season. I mean, congrats to O'Brien. On a P3, we raced very hard all race long, raced respectfully. Like, thanks for running me clean at the end. He could easily just shipped me up, and, we could have been talking to you from 3rd place, maybe, or maybe not at all. And then congrats to Holtzer. I mean, he has class of the field again, super good long run speed. So we still got a little bit to learn, a little bit to go, but hey, we're just happy to be here and be in a good position heading into Atlanta.
Well, Tyler, you got 1 win on the season, and throwing the word official out there, you are officially P2 in points, behind Holtzer, ahead of Matt O'Brien, and also ahead of Matt Harmon Brendan Book, Ryan Crooks, Jose Ruiz, and Hunter Johnson all trying to vie for one of those spots. The worst is 17 points below the cut line. They'll have to really pour it on at Atlanta and the rest of this round. So congratulations, sir.
Thanks, Pete. Back to you, Peter.
I appreciate you, brother. All right. Mr. Holtzer, what more can be said than what has already been said, sir? I mean, you are just pouring it on, pouring it on. This is win number 8. I was thinking it's going to be win number 7 on the season. The official points for this round so far have just been put out. You are plus 47 with this W, leading a lap. Not quite sure if it was most laps or not. 21 starts out of 23 races that have been run so far. Buddy, you are just on a tear. I mentioned at the very end with Byron that when EMGG came into Shake and Bake and they wanted to pick up 2 drivers to represent their brand or their org, they tabbed you and Ryan Crooks. I don't think they could. I don't know if they had a crystal ball that said to talk to you two or how that all played out. But buddy, congratulations on yet another win.
Yeah, thanks, Pete. It was definitely a race of survival for sure. Definitely found ourselves in some interesting situations. Even though we were out front and led over 150 laps, still found ourselves in some pretty interesting situations. Kind of took the one time to pit a little bit earlier than I wanted to, just because the track position was so crucial, and kind of like you were touching on and Tyler was touching on, I was pretty confident in my long run speed, so just kind of rode, and then got to the front there as I started using the high side just because I knew I needed to get track position at that point in the race. And once I got around Tyler and those guys, just kind of set sail just because of the fresher tires. And then that caution came out and we had that really long run, and I actually was really starting to struggle there, like right before I caught that big gaggle of lap cars.
Yep.
But found a couple of different things. I was running like 16 fives and like high fives, and I couldn't figure anything out, and I was really falling off. And I was watching Tom catch me, and actually started running 4th gear and just parked it on the bottom and just started wrapping it and got back down into the 3s. So glad I found that little bit extra speed, and being able to run the bottom was huge, because just knowing the lap cars were going to stay on the high side and protect makes it so hard to pass, especially on old tires, especially when there's no rotation. And those guys are, fighting for their race, trying to stay on the lead lap when there was only, 5, 6, 7 cars there left at a certain point. But do what we had to do. I didn't want to see that caution come out at the end, because I just kind of knew with all the cars padding between Tom and I that I had it. Just with the amount of laps left, even though I was struggling and Tom was reeling me in, he just didn't have enough time to get around those lap cars. But if there was no lap cars on the track, I think he would have had something for me. He found a really good line that worked for him, and I think he kind of saved a little bit on the early run, where I just kind of tried to set sail in the fresh air and try to get a gap just because of the way the race was going. But was glad to get a long green flag run, just because it's so much fun at Bristol to get into a rhythm and working around lap cars and trying to put yourself in the best position the whole race. And I mean, yeah, there was some interesting moments with lap cars picking certain lines. It was really hard to figure out a place to go, but kind of like Tyler said, you just had to find there was times you use the high side, times you use the bottom, and just kind of had to pick the right time. A couple times early in the race we didn't. We were stuck behind guys on old tires and went from like 5th to 11th, and just kind of just had to pick your way through and stay patient, kind of like Tyler said. And me, Matt, and Tyler, even Matt had that issue at the end, but really Tyler and I were the only two that made it through without a hiccup.
Yeah, both Byron and I were watching you work your way through, and I was kind of curious exactly what you were going to do, because that was absolutely a hornet's nest full of cars that you were going to have to go through one at a time. And I was nervous for you, man. I'm not going to lie, because each time you did it, it was on the bottom side, and I'm watching these cars fall to the wayside with you riding the bottom, where if they were giving you just a little bit too much room, they might bounce off that high wall, come on back down, collect you and possibly many others. But man, everybody did a great job. They held their line. You were able to move on through, handed those lap down cars back to Tyler Dohar and Tom Flitcroft and Matt O'Brien and everybody else that was trying to catch up to you. I wasn't sure if you were going to back down and just kind of work with your race pace, or if you were just going to keep going for it lap after lap. And man, you did your thing, and yet another win in the Shake and Bake Bank for you.
Yeah, I mean, if I had a little more of a gap, I would have definitely been able to ride. But just with Tom, you know, having so much speed there at the end of that run, like I said, I don't know what he had figured out. He was kind of telling me, I think, a little bit of what he was doing. But I couldn't run that line personally. Just wasn't doing well for my driving style. I'm just a bottom feeder here. I love getting the car down to the bottom early and letting the car feel like it's wrapping around the bottom and then putting all the power down and just driving straight off the corner as possible, trying to save that right rear. But the right front was definitely the tire you needed to save in this race, as it typically is in this car. And I mean, I was satisfied, I guess, with the long run because, you know, obviously we were out front, but was kind of a little bit unsatisfied just with how much I was struggling. But I just think that was just the car itself and just kind of the way the car drives. But like I said, Tom too, I kind of wish he was still in the playoffs. He's really catching a lot of traction. He's had some bad luck. I mean, he was backwards with 2 minutes of damage, and next thing I know, he's reeling me in second place with, you know, 30 to go. So shout out to him just for having a good race. And just do my shout outs now just because I'm already here. But yeah, shout out to you in the booth as always for a fantastic broadcast. Thanks to all the C Motorsports guys. Kind of could have kept Micah a break and started up top, but the numbers didn't update yet because somebody was still out and it showed him 5th, and I didn't think to start on the top to help him until it cycled itself out when the one to green. But yeah, it kind of sucks for him too because he still would have probably had a podium finish, but he just kind of lost it. But yeah, thanks to all the C Motorsport guys. And I know Brendan had a tough race, but he's a trooper and he's pretty good at Atlanta and he's really good at Iowa, so I'm not counting him out yet, or Ryan Crooks, EMGG teammate, or any of those guys. So yeah, thanks to those guys as well, and everybody on the car. And look forward to Atlanta. Definitely makes it a lot easier going in locked in. Makes things a little easier. Probably just gonna, you can be a little more aggressive, I guess, but just gonna be trying to help out, you know, those guys that help me out week in and week out and run me clean, and be looking for those guys to help push them to the win. But this car is really tough at Atlanta just because it really starts to get tight on the long run if we get there, and the runs are just so big and it's hard to know where to go. So it's going to be an interesting race for sure, but definitely looking forward to it, especially being locked in. So if something happens, it happens, I guess. It alleviates a lot of the pressure for sure, and just got to focus on Phoenix and start getting some laps in, because I don't know if I ever ran a lap in the next gen at Phoenix. So gonna have to figure that out and just kind of go from there.
Well, buddy, congratulations. Like I said, there probably isn't much more that I could say that we haven't talked about throughout this this inaugural season for the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series. You also ran several races in the Indy Series as well. That's been completed for several weeks now. Congratulations again.
Thanks, and it actually shows you how much I know what's going on. The championship race is Homestead, not Phoenix. So gonna have to practice.
I wasn't gonna correct you.
Pulling a Michael Waltrip at the wrong track. But
that's okay.
Practice Homestead. Yeah, Homestead. Miami. Practice that. Yeah, but Homestead will be interesting. Was trying to watch some tape of some other league races I know that have some competitive guys in it, and trying to figure out what they were doing. This is coming back to my brain now that I remember. And it's kind of not going to feed into the line that I like to run there, because I love to hang this car out on the wall. I don't know if you remember the E-Spark race, but didn't matter if the bottom was faster. I just wanted to rip the wall as fast as I could, Gregson style. But I don't think it's going to work in this car just because of the way it is. But definitely have to work on the right track.
Well, hey, I mean, if Chase Elliott can say, "I'll see y'all next week at Talladega," when we're coming to Bristol, you could do the same thing too. Why not?
See y'all at the championship of Phoenix.
There you go. Speaking of Chase Elliott, you know, I've given away so far 6 164 diecast cars tonight, and I've got one more. This one looks like we're going to go ahead and give this away, and then we're going to give away those 2 tickets to Talladega's Xfinity race, and then the 1-year subscription to the Sim Racing channel on Roku TV. Looks like this number 9 Chase Elliott Hooters machine is going to go to, come on, Wheel of Death. Tom Tom's parents. How about that? So, Tom Tom's parents, if y'all are still out there, I know C. Flitcroft has been there all night. I haven't seen Tom Tom's parents in a while. So, yeah, Tom Tom's parents, if y'all are out there, send me a message on Twitter or whisper through here, and I will get this out to you. Let's go ahead and move on over to the 1-year subscription to the Roku channel, the Sim Racing channel through Roku TV. Let's take a gander. Woody Teasler. Name somewhat rings a bell. Woody Teasler, if you are out there in chat or if you see the message congratulating you on Twitter, please make sure you get up with me so I can get you your code for the 1-year subscription to the Sim Racing channel on Roku TV, and we'll be sure to get that over as quickly as we possibly can. And then, last but not least, let's go. I had it. Where'd it go? From Twitter, James Shanewolf. If you are out there, I think, yeah, I'm not quite sure. I haven't seen you comment all night long, but from Twitter, James Shanewolf, you've just won yourself a pair of tickets to Talladega for the Xfinity race on October the 1st. I'll try to get a hold of you and get these tickets to you as quick as I can. I'm pretty sure they're going to be a will call. And buddy, congratulations! It's been a while since I've actually got a chance to talk to Shane Wolf. I think it's actually last August where I went to Daytona with him. So it's been a long time since I've talked to Shane Wolf. But yeah, I'll have to get a hold of Shane Wolf and get those over to him as quickly as I can. Again, guys and girls, thank you very, very much for coming out, hanging out, chatting it up, keeping me company, keeping each other company, whether you want to call it being in the stands or being out there in chat. It has been a phenomenal 4 years, 4-year anniversary of me bringing you racing content, going back through eSpark and NNR, Turned Down for What, Shadow Racing, NAOR, the B-Water series, Shake and Bake, so many different places to go through, and I loved every single bit of it. And thank you all for hitting that follow button, hitting the subscribe, for all the bits, for everything that you have ever given, most of all your time. When you could have gone over to any other stream, but you decided to stay right here and listen to my loudmouth for 2 hours or more, I definitely appreciate every single one of you. Swats, I love you too, buddy. Absolutely. So, again, thank you, everybody. We will catch you all again very, very soon, starting next Saturday night with the ARC series. Let's go. Have a great night. Have a great week. Until next time. Later, everybody.